Hello, 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 everybody. How's it going? It is Matt, and it is Maniac Monday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to anything, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Please do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I hope you love seeing mine. And with one last little tidbit of information, check out the description box. I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, your runtime of the cut I am watching, a tidbit of trivia, a link for a trailer, a link for where you can watch it for free, and if you decide, you can toss me a couple of bucks and help support the channel as well. I give you a link for that. So there is a little bit extra information in there for you so that you can get a bigger bite of every movie of every single day. Now, with all that said and done out of the way, let's get on to the film of the day. Today's is a doozy. It came out back in 2022. It is none other than the UK smash hit known as I Scream on the Beach. What a title for one. I love the title. I loved this movie. It is just an absolute B schlock, gore fest, fun-filled, silly, just romp. It is just so much fun. It is just ridiculous. Just some of the things that happen in this, and it's just well worth the watch. It only runs at about an hour and 28 minutes. Is available for free over there on Tubi. It is also now available here stateside for sale on DVD. Only through oldies.com, I believe, is through where that is. But either way, it is well worth the purchase. And before I get onto any of that, let's talk about what is this movie about. Well, it is about a girl who witnesses her father's murder. It starts off with him going to a lab in the middle of nowhere next to a beach in this lovely little town where nothing ever happens. And in this lovely little town, they have just a plethora of fun characters. It's got one of my favorite UK actors in it, Martin W. Payne, in there as the chief inspector, and he is absolutely just hilarious and great as that role. It was great seeing him play something different than the normal serious affair that I usually see him in. This was just an absolute schlock fest, and I loved it. Now, what is going on? So basically, you start out with, like I said, this girl Emily's dad, Tim, is going to this lab, and he's going to steal some documents and hide away some documents for safekeeping in case something bad happens to him. Lo and behold, he is murdered right then and there. The daughter witnesses it, but is able to get free. Fast forward it many years later, and she is now a grown up, and she is having horrible nightmares about her father and what happened that fateful day. Now, she has a lucky admirer who is Dave is constantly trying to impress her, trying to do things for her, do all the right things to make him seem like a respectable person, which he is. He's a very good character. Dave is one of my favorite characters in the whole movie, other than his roommate. I forget his name right now, but he is like every other horror aficionado out there. He is that cliche character, but he is a fun character. He would be my second. And then all the while Dave is trying to pick up on Emily, there is a barmaid played by Dani Thompson who is trying to pick up on Dave the whole time, and he is not falling for it until eventually one night it goes through the span of 4 days, 5 days, 4 days before Halloween, and then the 5th day of Halloween. It is she is constantly trying to pick up on him every time he's in the pub. She is an actress that is looking after the pub for her father because her father is away. And it just so happens to be that she's in this magical movie called The Decorator, the film within the film. In The Decorator, it is the most violent, scariest movie ever made, and he had to import it from a man from South America where life is cheap. Where I just loved that because, that is that line from, that magic line where life is cheap is from that movie Snuff from the 70s, which is just an absolute ridiculous film that just blows my mind that anybody would even think that ending gag in that was real. Anybody that would believe that is obviously very foolish. And very, very easy to fool as far as gore gags go. And it just kind of like, it's one of those movies, like, I like it, but I dislike it at the same time. Unlike this movie, I loved. So you're going along on these 4 days. You have many a victim throughout. Two of her friends get murdered, which is a boyfriend-girlfriend duo. The boyfriend is a very cocky, arrogant type fellow who is very self-absorbent. He loves himself very, very, very much, and he's also a very funny character. He makes great faces, like he likes to make serious faces. And it just makes me laugh every time. This thing is pure gold when it comes to the laughs. It definitely delivers 100% all the way through from beginning to end. I've watched it twice. I really don't want to give away a lot about this movie just because it is so much fun to watch. It's one of those that I think I would just even enjoy watching somebody watch it because it is just that much fun. Which, by the way, I will be doing a double review today, just to let you know. Since I was going to do this one yesterday, but schedule just kind of got behind me. I may be doing a few double reviews this month just because I am in the middle of moving, so I will have days where my schedule is just going to be a little conflicting, just to let you guys know. So don't worry when you see 2 videos go up in one day from me. It's just how I have to do it. I'm going to have to do it this month because I have lots of obligations. As you can see, I have a lot of films on this list. I have a film for every day of this month, so it will be a task to keep up. Now, on to the 3 things that I like. I'm not going to make this review very long, either one of my reviews today very long, just because I want you guys to get on with your day and not have to feel obligated that you have to watch them both back to back. And if you do, I really appreciate it. I love you guys, even if you watch this one or my second one, which will be Blood Creek Woodsman from Joe Sherlock. If you watch either one, I love you very much, and I thank you, and I appreciate every little moment of your life that you give to me. So on to the 3 things that I like my films to meet. Audio. This thing has good audio. It gets an A on that side. There is never a moment where I didn't understand what was being said. I think it worked very well. It doesn't have any dull sounds where you can't understand what's being said. So that's definitely a bonus. I always love when my films meet my qualifications with audio. Now on to dialogue. Dialogue is one of my major things. It has lots of really fun, kitschy dialogue, stuff that will make you laugh, stuff that will make you shake your head, and stuff that will make you say, "For fuck's sakes, what are you doing?" It definitely delivers. So it gets an A plus on dialogue. I really enjoyed the dialogue on this one. I think it does a superb job. And I'm going to add on performances. We have some fun performances in here. Emily is fun. Dave is fun. Martin is always great in everything he does. I think I could watch him read a book. And I would probably enjoy it because he's that good of an actor. I think he's just very splendid, and he really shows his range by doing this one, because because it showed me that he doesn't just do serious films, he also does silly ones as well. So I really liked that. So it gets an A plus on performance. So an A plus, an A plus on dialogue, an A plus on performance, and then editing gets an A. It barely gets that A. There's a couple of editing goofs in it. A couple continuity errors I noticed here and there. Like there's a scene in particular where Dave has where he's talking to Emily, and he has a green netting over his shoulder. When it cuts angles, that netting isn't there. When it cuts back to the other angle, it's back, and it goes back and forth where it's on and off. So there was a little continuity error. And then there is one other scene in particular where they're filming daytime, where it's supposed to be nighttime in the middle of the night, and it's obviously bright daylight outside. I think it made it funny by doing that. I'm sure it was 100% intentional, as it should have been. Either way, if it wasn't, it worked out in their behalf. I think doing that was perfect. Because there's so many silly horror films out there that shoot nighttime shots during the day, and it's like, no, the sun's right there over your shoulder, bro. That's not the moon. One of those type of ordeals, and it's pretty funny, and I really liked that. So it really delivers on every aspect. So on my 1 through 5 scale, I'm going to give this thing a 3.5 out of 5. I feel like it could have been, it could be better, but it could be it could be worse. It could be a bad film. There's nothing bad about it. So definitely, it's above average. It is not your everyday kind of film. So keep that in mind, and definitely pop some popcorn and grab you a couple of beverages and kick back and watch ice cream on the beach. It's well worth your time. All right, guys, I love your faces. Oh, and like I said, 3.5 out of 5. I think that's pretty good, you know. But as always, I love your faces, and I'll see you in a little bit. I need to watch Blood Creek Woodsman, and then I shall review it. So with all that said in mind, I love your faces. Peace.